This is just a quick video about Daniel Craig and what a hypocrite I think he is. As many of you know, there's a new James Bond movie coming out called Spectre in a couple of weeks, and you might be able to tell by my name, Gun Collector 007, that I'm kind of a fan of James Bond and the whole franchise. It's been around for 50 years. And to me, it is and still is an exciting movie to watch. And any James Bond, whether it was Sean Connery up to Daniel Craig. But recently, while out promoting the new James Bond movie, Daniel Craig was asked, would he make another movie? And his reaction was, I would rather slit my wrist than make another James Bond movie. And that sort of pisses me off a little bit. You know, here's a guy that was relatively unknown before he was lucky enough to be cast as James Bond. And he made, I think, a bunch of pretty good movies for James Bond. But now he's such a big shot that he just doesn't give a crap. And while he's out there promoting it, which is what he's paid to do, when you make a movie, you have to go on a promotion tour afterwards and hype the movie a little bit. You know, he's saying all this negative stuff about the movie. And I heard that his producers actually yelled at him, and they say, you need to, just shut your mouth and stop saying this kind of stuff. And he was also asked who should be the next James Bond. And his reaction was, I don't give an F. But except he used the real F word, which I'm not going to use here on YouTube. But, again, it's pretty much of a hypocritical person who complains that he's so famous that he can't even go into a pub and have a pint of beer without being asked for an autograph or people pointing and saying that's James Bond. Well, here's an idea. Why don't you give the $200 million back that you made from playing James Bond and try to go back to being a normal person again? But if you keep all that money, plus all the money you're going to get in residuals, which will probably amount to about $500 million over his lifetime, I think you should keep your mouth shut. If you don't want to play a role anymore, just say, I'm tired, I don't want to do it, but I don't think you need to knock it. He also called, in James Bond, a misogynist. Hard to pronounce, but what it basically means is a man that hates women. And I don't know about you guys, but from the movies that I've been watching for the last 40, 50 years, it seems like James Bond doesn't look like he hates women to me. He looks like he loves women. He's always surrounded by beautiful women. And, and a lot of them play very strong lead characters. So I don't know, what's gotten into this guy. I think he just got too big for his britches. But you know what? Go slit your wrist, Daniel Craig. Who gives a crap? I certainly wouldn't give a crap. Now, am I going to be a sucker and go watch the next movie? Probably, because I just like the whole franchise. And I read all the books as a kid by Ian Fleming. I have the Walter PPKs. I'm a big James Bond fan. I have the same holster. And, and when us gun guys watch a movie like that, we watch a movie with what's called suspended disbelief, which means we know it's not true. It's not real. And, when you see someone with the Walter PPK, just shoot 37 bullets out of it, we know it's a 6+1, it's impossible. So the guy just shot about 30 more rounds than is possible to be fired. But we watch it, and we watch it with, like I said, suspended disbelief. We know it's fake, we know it's a movie, but it's still entertaining. And for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, we sit in the movie theater and we don't think about our bills and problems that we all have in our life. But all of us have problems in our life, and all of us sometimes don't like our job or our business. But I don't think I'm going to go around saying I want to slit my wrist rather than go to work tomorrow, because that's what we have to do. We have families, we have bills, we have obligations that we have to do, and that's it. And I think if someone gave me $200 million to make a couple of movies, which quite frankly look like a lot of fun to make, I think any guy watching this wouldn't mind trading places with Daniel Craig for the last couple of years and playing the character of James Bond. You're driving an Aston Martin, surrounded by beautiful women, you're shooting all these bad guys, you're jumping out of helicopters and on top of trains and doing all this crazy stuff. I don't know, it doesn't look too mundane to me. I think some poor guy working in a factory, putting the same part on a piece of metal every day maybe has a little bit of a boring job. But he does what he has to do. And he's probably not going to go home and complain every day that he wants to slit his wrist. So this is just, more Hollywood hypocrisy, which, really bothers me. And it's almost like Harrison Ford. Not to make this a long video, but when asked many years ago about being in Star Wars, which I've never seen any Star Wars movie. I'm not dissing it, it's just not my type of thing. But when asked, he said it was the worst experience of his life. He wished he didn't do it. Well, I did a little research on that, and it seems before he did the Star Wars, he was a carpenter and a roofer. So do you really wish you didn't do the Star Wars and become a multimillionaire hotshot celebrity, or would you rather be on a roof in 100-degree weather, putting asphalt on the roof? I don't know. And then, lo and behold, I see there's a new Star Wars movie coming out, and guess who's in it? Harrison Ford. So they probably threw a ridiculous number of millions of dollars at him for him to act in this new movie that for the last 20 or 30 years, however long it's been, he's also been knocking. So the bottom line is, don't be ungrateful what you have in life. Be grateful for everything you have, for your family, for your friends, for your work. If you have a job, you have a business, be happy that you even have it, because a lot of people don't. And, and when I see someone like this that has so much more than most of us, and he just like spits in the face of it, it just, pisses me off. So that's my rant of the day. I'm sure most of you guys are probably going to go watch the James Bond movie anyway, and just try to put in the back of your head that he's a jerk, but don't let it ruin the whole movie experience for you. And again, I hope he does slit his wrist. So take care. Daniel Craig, and you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.